Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we?
On to the next video. This one, she is for... Yep. We here in the Nerd Empire, we love Seanhead. She does great work. This one is, I survived Woke 1.0, the first culture war. Depthswalker did one? Okay. We will have to check that out at some point as well. That pause, I know. The pause. I know the pause on the face is really funny. It's like she's high as fuck. All right, on to Seanhead. Let's see what this video is about.
So the other day, I saw a tweet. I feel like all my videos start out like that. The other day, I saw a tweet that said, Woke 1 was crazy. Attached to the infamous photo of Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of Democrat politicians kneeling in
I'm sure that's not the first time she knelt for something.
African costumes back in 2020 to honor George Floyd. What?
They're honoring George Floyd. Jesus Christ. Are you people serious? Well, we're going to continue. I'm not going to say anything.
A fever dream. There were many similar posts from people talking about how crazy Woke 1 was, or Woke 1.0 as they call it. Leftists talking about what they did wrong.
Woke 1.0 failed because it was inadequately neo-pussy whipped. We must not repeat the same grave mistake in Woke 2.0. How about Woke 1.0 just dies and we not bring any sort of woke update at all? We just leave woke in the grave and we go back to how things actually worked in society and in reality. Because woke doesn't seem to be working for anything. And yet people seem to try and keep pushing this wokeism. It's like they're trying to beat a dead horse, thinking it'll come back to life because they're beating it with a stick. They're beating it with a stick that says stick of life.
During Woke 1.0, how they came off too strongly.
Hang on,
what they did wrong during
Woke 2.0 makes more sense and has a more practical approach to the world. Woke 1.0 just relied on mob mentality for social justice, but that is stupid, as social justice can only be secured by a progressive state enforcing it, which I hope Woke 2.0 succeeds in doing. So they're just hoping for mob rule and going about it in a different way, which is just mob rule with extra steps. I agree with Mr. Philip Chan. That image of Pelosi kneeling for Floyd was an embarrassment. Anybody kneeling for Floyd is an embarrassment.
Woke 1.0, how they came...
For those of us, nearly everyone, who recognize Woke 1.0 as a failure, what's something specific you're willing to say it got wrong? Here's mine. The practice of describing policies that were like Kerner Commission recommendations as prison abolition to get attention was dumb. How about the entirety of woke is dumb and moronic and doesn't work for anybody? It's just you're purposely ironing out all the wrinkles on your brain thinking that it'll make you smarter.
Off too strongly with things like abolish the police and how they'll do things.
Woke 1.0 was practice. Woke 2.0 is the game. The sad thing is these people vote. These people have the ability to vote. That's terrifying. We have people here who are graduating from schools who think an F is 30 to 40%. We have people who are voting who grew up without the ability to read at a 4th grade level and do not know how to put together an actual comprehensive sentence. We have people who can vote who think the Holocaust was made up and isn't real. These people will be running our future, or are currently running our future. This, I have very, like, in a percentage wise, 10%, I have hope for humanity. The rest of the 90% is very questionable.
Differently during Woke 2.0. Yeah. You'll get him next time, champ. And don't get me wrong, 2020 was crazy. At the time, I was a bit preoccupied trying my hardest to get Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard elected. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, from what I remember, 2020 was crazy. But that was not Woke 1.0. Woke 1.0 started long ago. Long ago when being woke was called being an SJW. Back when Anita Sarkeesian was public enemy number 1. And I identify as an attack helicopter, believe it or not, was a joke young people told, and not your 65-year-old uncle on Facebook. You see, Woke 1.0 was not George Floyd and COVID masks. No. This was Woke 1.0.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the Shoe on Head channel. I am your host.
It's rather unfortunate, the state of the world right now, to be honest. Yeah, it really is.
Shoe on Head. You may also know me on Reddit as every e-girl combined into one insufferable millennial woman with fetal...
Millennial is spelt incorrectly. They got every word spelt correctly except fucking millennial.
Alcohol syndrome.
I apologize, but I have to get ready for my own stream. Nice to meet you, though. Give you a follow. Well, thank you, Ava. I hope you have a good stream of your own. They're not going to run the future. They are going to be the drones for the ones that will. Yeah. That won't surprise me, honestly.
Or perhaps just Asmongold on HRT. As I am filming this, it is the 12th anniversary of my first video on this
Wow, she's been on here for 12 years. Damn.
channel. 12 years. 12 years a slave to the algorithm. So in this video, we are going to react to that video as well as a few other old videos of mine. We're gonna see how well or how terrible everything has aged, because let's be real, a lot of this shit aged like milk. Wait, why is the arrow pointing this way? What the f- We're going to talk about Woke 1.0, the ancient lore of me and my channel.
Honestly, her looks hasn't really changed all that, you know, like too much at all since she started YouTube. Her looks have not declined one bit, which, you know, good on her. She's done a fantastic job of keeping herself looking good and healthy.
How the Overton window has shifted so far since then. How stupid everything looks
I mean, you could tell that she's gotten older, but her looks haven't declined one bit.
back then in comparison to things happening today. I feel like every morning we wake up and we are living through yet another historical event. The news moves so fast. There's pressure to react instantly, to pick a side, to condemn, to support. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we get into this video.
She aged like
Ground
fine
News
wine.
is a website
I agree,
and an app
Tactical.
that lets you
She
see
did.
how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting...
I think she's 35. I think she's the same age as me. I know she's in her 30s. I just can't remember if she's younger than 35 or if she is 35.
both sides. They make it really easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's check out this story about how Republicans in Congress continue to back Iran war despite the political risk.
How about we as, Americans worry about our own situation before we worry about anything else outside of our own country? Because we already have a lot of fucking problems that we need to fix before we go and try and fix the rest of the world's problems. It's like trying to help put out a burning building while it's like trying to go over and put out somebody's house fire while our own house is on fire and burning to the ground. It's like worry about your own self first before you worry about others. Because how are you supposed to help anyone else if you can't even help yourself?
On the left, you'll see the headlines about this are like, Iran war keeps dashing GOP's midterm hopes. And this is how a right-wing outlet covers the same story. Tucker Carlson claims Israel controls US politics, force Trump into Iran war. Very different focuses here, very different vibes going on here, but my favorite feature of Ground News is definitely the blind spot feature. It shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is another story about how the Iran war is deeply unpopular with even Trump's voters. 39.
Well, yeah, because a lot of us don't want our money that we pay. We don't want our tax dollars going to foreign dignitaries, foreign politics, foreign wars, foreign anything. We don't want it to go anywhere foreign. We want it all to be focused here in our own country. Our taxes should be going towards, fixing things, roads, buildings, education, anything else like that stuff. That's what taxes should be used for, and yet we have people running our country who are using our taxes to send to foreign aid. We have them using to line their own pockets. We have them using to do whatever the fuck they want to do except help their own countrymen, which is what they are elected to fucking do. And yet they're not doing their fucking job. I am not sure even what I can say here without Twitch maybe banning me for anti-Semitism or hate speech. There's no such thing as hate speech. If it's just speech. I think that's so dumb. It's hate speech. No, it's just speech that you don't like.
Sources covered this. 64% were left-wing, and only 14 were right-wing. Right-wing media trying to avoid how even their own fan base are sick of this war. And here's a story about how Ilhan Omar's sister is apparently linked to Minnesota's fraud scandal. What?
They need to fix the shit that's going on in my home state, damn it.
100% of the sources that covered this story are right-wing. No left-wing outlets have covered this story. There are so many examples like this, and Ground News makes it really easy to just lay it all out in the open. I've been using Ground News for years now, and it is one of my favorite apps. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. High praise. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. To get the 40% off discount, go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, as always, for not skipping the ad. And now, back to the video. One of the most funny and endearing things that have been happening lately is people will discover my channel and then they'll make reaction videos to my videos, and they'll title them things like, Shoe on Head is done with the left.
Nux.
Shoe on Head is finally waking up. And it's like, I've been woken up. Do not cite the anti-woke magic to me, Nuxtaku. I was there when it was written. Before your girl was...
Yeah, she's been awake. It's just, people seem to not really fully listen to what she says. And then they see stuff like this and they're like, oh my God, she's finally woken up to the bullshit. It's like, no, she's been awake to the bullshit the whole time. You just haven't been listening.
Kami mommy.
Where's Tectones with shoe on heads finished in insert dumbass here?
For better or worse, I was one of the founding fathers of anti-woke content on the internet. I saw this one tweet that was like, the idea there was a woke one is the most jarring to America's moment I've ever had. Really, bitch? I mean, I get it. I would pretend it never happened too. It was very embarrassing, but really, bitch? I was there when
I don't think we should erase the woke 1.0 from anyone's mind, because it should be a learning moment in history for how dumbassery is easily implanted in the minds of stupid people. How easily people can be manipulated into being this woke, this moronic. It should be a learning. It should be something put in history books for future generations to learn. It needs to be a learning moment in history. So it needs to, people need to know what happened and how low society can get, and how it has not even reached rock bottom yet, but it has gone real damn close to reaching rock bottom. No, we need to remember how they were used. Yeah. Hi, Nightway. Yeah, so this type of thing, I think we need to put this kind of shit in history books so future generations can learn what not to do. But the sad thing is, history, no matter what we do, history tends to repeat itself despite the actions future generations take. So even if we get out of this woke rut that we're in, I can only imagine it coming back again sometime in the future. I mean, hell, people used to think the world was flat until it was proven that the world is not flat, that it is round. And now, once again, we have people who firmly believe that the world is flat. So, sadly, this is a like one of the biggest things that can be used as an example of history repeating itself. Big issues have like a 2 or 3 generation forget time. Something bad happens, things get a little better, then people get dumb again. Yeah, I fully agree with you there, Nightway. I wonder who is the patient zero of woke. You know what? Your guess would be as good as mine, Zetsui.
Bernie Sanders was talking about unions and has microphones snatched by Black Lives Matter. That was basically the birth of my entire political worldview. You can't pretend that
And here, there are people who firmly believe that there are more than 2 genders. We're going to get to a point where people are going to know that there are only 2 genders. Then later on in the future, we're going to have people who once again believe that there are more than 2 genders. Cliff, thank you for the 50 kicks. So it's just going to keep random shit's going to keep repeating itself. It's sad. It's really sad.
Never happened. I was there when a grown-ass scientist was harassed and brought to tears for daring to wear a shirt with like cartoon pinup girls.
I think that is a cool shirt. That is a cool shirt. I like that shirt. Shut up and take my money. Hi, Cliff. That is a nice shirt. People having problems with it. Taylor breaks down during apology for sexist shirt as he delivers progress report on Comet mission. Never a shortage of stupid people. Nope. And you can't fix stupid. You drop the store name, scientist. Don't gatekeep the drip. That time is speeding up with going digital and away from physical media. Digital is easier to manipulate and erase. Yeah, that's true. I think we need to forever keep a physical copy of shit that happened so people can't go back and erase and then deny the shit happened, because there's still a physical copy and they can't delete that without going in, breaking in, and burning the shit. So I think we need to always keep physical copies so people who know how to erase digital copies have no way of deleting the physical copies without having to go and steal to burn it.
On it. We need Nuremberg trials for all the 2010s. You should legally be forced to wear some kind of patch on you in public to identify you as a woke 1.0 freak. When I saw that tweet, I literally had to stop writing my other video to make this one because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let these people rewrite history. We're not gonna let you write the history books, okay? Who do you think you are? Ghislaine Maxwell's father? So I'm going to be talking about 4 different videos here. Oppression Olympics, Social Justice League vs. Gamers, Average is Beautiful, and Questions for Men Answered by Women. I'm not going to be showing the full videos because
this one right here, the Oppression Olympics, her face right here, it's like a 1-to-1 for Boxy. This is hilarious. She looks exactly like Boxy with those eyes.
This video would be 4 hours long, so if you want to watch...
I watched a Godzilla movie with a dub you can only find on a certain VHS. Me and my brother used to have the old black and white VHS Godzilla movies.
The full videos, the links will be in the description.
That's
Thank
just
you.
boxy.
Bye-bye. So, Oppression Olympics was my first cultural, political video, uploaded July of 2014. 12 years ago. How old were you guys 12 years ago? I am like
12 years ago, I was 23.
60 years old in internet years, like 204 years old in e-girl years. If you have been here, if you have been with me for that long, you deserve like some kind of reparations or something. Like, you have seen some Alright, I am about to watch it. I am so scared. I haven't watched this in years.
I can't watch my videos back. I can't stand listening to myself. The only time I listen to myself is when I'm editing the videos to put on YouTube. I don't ever go back and watch myself because I can't stand watching and listening to myself. I can't do it. So I never do.
Hey there, pretty lady. Do you wear heels? Do you wear makeup? Do you want to
Oh my god. It's just boxy with less makeup.
I didn't get thin. Don't do any of those things.
God, the video quality back then.
Hey, I'm a feminist. That's right, a feminist in 2014 America.
Can my voice even do that anymore? 2014 America! Oh.
Yep,
I
it can.
Okay, never mind. Pretend I didn't do that. Alright, let's go.
What does that mean? That means I want you to stoop down to my level. And that means don't go on a diet, don't wear heels, don't do makeup, don't do your hair, don't try to look pretty. I get cackles.
She is very energetic. She is a lot more calm and tame now than she was back then. Holy crap.
All the time, and I hate it. I just love vlogging about it though, and I love blogging about it on my Tumblr. And shaving? Forget shaving.
Oh
Don't
my
shave.
god, no.
This video game characters dress too sexily. I don't like it. Change it. I'm dressed too sexily and you don't like it? Stop oppressing me. Did you guys know that rape is bad? Rape is bad. Does anybody know this? Rape is bad. And if you're not a feminist,
Oh my
you're
God.
pro-rape.
Oh good, it's over.
that was-
Oh fuck, she's back!
Feminism in 2014 America is completely pointless. It's just a label that people are putting on themselves to feel special because
Why do I sound so cute?
It's just a label people are putting
Putting on themselves like, aw, someone protect her! She doesn't know how bad it's gonna get!
it's the
Well, it was 12 years ago. A decade does change you a lot. Yeah. 12 years will do that to you. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm pretty much the same as I was 12 years ago. I'm just more, I'm not sure if I changed at all, honestly.
special snowflake oppression Olympics. Everyone is in this big race to be the most progressive and the most open-minded and the most oppressed. It is the strength.
God, the mic quality. You can like hear the whirring in the background and everything. The technology has really changed.
Strangest thing I have ever seen, and it's like
It sounds like she's using the mic that comes built into the webcam rather than an actual microphone.
infesting like the internet, and it's starting to seep out into the real world. And like I really don't like it.
So a little lore behind this video before we continue. First of all, Obama was president. Okay, this was before the Trump era. In fact, this was like months before Gamergate even popped off. This is ancient. Some of you don't even remember a time before Trump. Like, Trump is your normal. You don't remember what the political and cultural landscape was like before Trump. That is like crazy to me. Anyway, at this time I was like 23, 24, working at a makeup counter in the mall, and I noticed all the people around me were changing. Their personalities were shifting. They were becoming like very unfunny and like offended at everything. It was very weird. One example that sticks out in my mind for some reason was my friend screamed in my other friend's ear. My friend was like, "Ah, you're gonna make me go deaf." And then my other friend was like, "That's not funny. My brother's half deaf." I don't know why that one sticks out, but like that was a pivotal moment where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Also, we later found out that her brother was—
I don't like deaf jokes because my brother is half deaf. Well, I don't fucking care. If you don't like the joke, that's fine. That means it's not for you. Like, it's like when I was, I can't remember how long ago this was. It was over 10 years ago. I was playing Cards Against Humanity with my brother and like 7 or so other people. And when you play Cards Against Humanity, you cannot take it seriously because the game is one big offensive joke. So you can't take it seriously. And one of the I can't remember what the black card was, but the white card had Stockholm Syndrome on it. And my buddy from back then took it personally because his mother had Stockholm Syndrome and dealt with it. And I was like, dude, it's a game. It's not directed personally at you. You can't take this shit seriously. It's like with anything, any joke or a game or anything. You can't take it personally. You can't take it seriously because it's not directed at you. If you don't like a joke, then that's fine. You don't have to like it. Then it's not for you. Just because the joke is bad or the joke is offensive or whatever, just because you find the joke not funny or you find the joke offensive doesn't mean that the joke itself is. It's just you don't like it. Hi, Illusion. I love this quote of, "You found it offensive, I found it funny. That's why I am happier than you." Don't think... Well, then he ain't gonna hear it. Yeah. Isn't it funny how we went from the most offensive societies and it was accepted to one of the most offended societies, and now we are all just exhausted of the offended. Yeah. I mean, it's when it comes to jokes and comedy, either everything is okay to joke about or nothing is. There's no gray area. There's no in between. Either everything is okay or nothing is. That's how it is. When it comes to comedy and stuff, you can't take it all seriously because it's all one big fucking joke. Hi, Blue. So it's like, I wish stuff was the way it was back in the 90s and early 2000s, because nobody was so easily offended like people are now. Everyone is a fucking snowflake and nobody can take anything. Everyone takes everything too fucking seriously. And you can say a singular word and somebody somewhere will be offended because they want to use the victimhood mentality. They want to use the victim card to get sympathy points and get attention, because that's the only way people know how to get attention anymore. I think the pendulum swung back hard, and my evidence is the Black Ops ports. People have access to make emblems again, and it's horrendous. People went from trying to offend no one to let's offend everyone. Yeah. No limit. Level hard. I no limit. People feel like their opinion needs to be validated and feel purposeless without it. Yeah, it's just... We need to go back to when not everybody was so easily offended. Because parents told kids to get over it. They were just words. If you got offended, you got made fun of more. Yeah. These parents are raising their kids to be basically snowflakes. They're not raising their kids to know how to take a joke. They're raising their kids. They're like trying to protect something that's as fragile as a glass ball. They're treating the following generations like a glass ball, like it's so fragile. It's like, no, you need to toughen them up and learn that not everything is bad. Not everything is offensive. That's because jesters have always been truth tellers, and people no longer want the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth anymore. The truth is, they want something that makes them feel good, and they don't want to hear something that hurts. And the truth isn't always nice. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Yeah, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt me. And in this case, the sticks and stones will break your bones, but the words will break your mentality.
Was in fact not half deaf, but anyway, the only thing I traced it back to was they all used the same website.
This video is mostly about
Tumblr.
No, God!
Tumblr. Oh my God, Tumblr. I miss Tumblr, honestly. It had a lot of good stuff.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh my...
I remember this chick. This is a blast from the past. I remember this bitch. Oh my God. You know, in a lot of ways, feminism was one of the worst things to happen to society. The majority of it was the worst thing to happen. It all began with feminism, honestly.
My God, is that Big Red? Oh my God, just blast from the past with this face here. This woman should get some kind of like compensation for being on so many YouTubers' thumbnails. She was the face of the triggered feminist SJW for years.
Number one, shut the f up for a second. Now, if you would shut the f up for the 50th billionth time.
And then it was this other person. Where are these people nowadays? I wonder what they're up to.
Tumblr is the
Yes, 2014 sound effects. Oh my God, Big Red. We need to bring back Tumblr. Got to quarantine these people. Yeah. The original Karen Patience hero.
reason there is just this outbreak and infestation of SJWs ruining my internets and ruining my real life and just sucking the sense of humor out of so many people I know.
Tumblr was very popular back then, but there was like some dark evil energy coming from it, and I sensed it. And at the time, that is where I thought all this woke SJW shit was coming from. Little did I know, like, a lot of these people on Tumblr were college kids. All this like rape culture, white supremacist bullshit was coming from the college classroom. And at the time I didn't know. I was just a humble makeup salesman, so I was really confused and I felt like I was going crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to boot up the Shoe on Head channel. I'm gonna vent and make a video. Nobody's gonna fucking see it. I don't care. As far as I knew, there was no other videos online talking about this subject. So I just filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and left. Like, I didn't check the comment section, and I didn't even know that Thunderfoot, a YouTuber, shared my video, and that's how it originally blew up. And from there, I found out, oh, there's more people who agree with me. I found like Sargon of Akkad and like the Honey Badgers. It was crazy to feel like, oh, I'm not going insane. Things are changing.
They're all in this big competition to see who could be the most progressive and the most tolerant, at the same time being the most annoying and the most intolerant people that I've ever met in my life. It is just a big, it's the oppression Olympics. Labeling yourself as a feminist, stop it. It is not a movement anymore. You do not need it. Nobody needs it. You have...
Yeah, after the second generation of feminists, when the third generation of feminists came about, there was nothing that they needed to fight for anymore. Because at that point, the only thing they were doing is being misandrist, and they were trying to be superior to men. Their only thing that they were fighting for is superiority at that point. Because the first and second generation, they fought for the ability to be the breadwinner, to go out and, you know, have a job, make money, do what the man was doing, and the ability to vote, which they got both of those. They got both of them. They got everything they achieved. They went to fight for. And third and fourth I don't know if we're on fourth generation feminism already. I don't know if it's still third, but it might be fourth. All they're doing now is fighting for superiority. There's nothing really that they're fighting for that they need to fight for because they have everything. They're able to be the breadwinners. They're able. Hell, we have a woman we had a woman vice president, so women are able to be president. They have the ability to. They have the ability to run businesses. They outnumber the amount of graduates. There are more women graduates than there are men. In a lot of places, there are women who outdo men in the workforce. So if anything, women are on the up and men are on the down. So what the fuck are feminists fighting for now other than being annoying bitches who are nothing but a net negative on society?
Every single right that every guy has now. Like most feminists on the internet just hate men.
Now, if you can believe it, and this might be hard to believe while watching this video, this was transgressive back in the day. This was like crazy to hear online back then, especially coming from a woman. We're saying things like, oh, feminism is doo-doo and like obvious ass shit. Like, people have a victim complex these days. That was like sacrilegious. And now it's like nothing. Now it's like wallpaper. Everyone thinks that. Every day there's like a new racist e-girl popping up and saying the N-word and then falling off a week later. Like if this video came out today, it would get like no views because it's the most basic shit ever. This video almost got me fired from my job, you know? Like they found out where I worked, they called my boss, they were like, she hates women, like all this stuff. When it first blew up, most of the comments were negative. It was just a bunch of angry women being like, you're a handmaiden of the patriarchy. Like this was before the
this was back in the time when where women like shoe on head were called like gender traitors, or you know they're basically known as gender traitors or something like that. And a lot of the women didn't like it. They didn't like the fact that they were being challenged. So yeah, shoe on head was like she was painting like a giant target on her back for all the people to, you know, come and attack her.
The term pick me existed. Handmaiden of the patriarchy. That goes kind of hard. Can we bring that back?
And for all the people who see this video afterwards when I post it, the patriarchy doesn't exist. It hasn't existed for decades. If the patriarchy existed at all, women wouldn't have any of the same rights that men do. Women would not be able to go out and have jobs. They would not be able to go out and do anything. They would just be home taking care of the man and the house. And that's it. But since the patriarchy doesn't exist, women are able to do all the things that they're able to do now. So any woman who says that, oh, it's the patriarchy that does this or that, I'm sorry, you're just factually stupid. Wait, then what was that meeting last week that all men attend for our instructions? You know, if that's funny, beer. If anything, our society now is leaning more towards a matriarchy than a patriarchy. So, I mean, yeah, it's leaned more. It's slightly. I think it's just ever so slightly leaning towards a matriarchy more than a patriarchy.
Okay, so that was the first video. Let's watch another one, shall we? This is called Social Justice League vs. Gamers.
You may or may not have noticed, I've been fully immersed in this whole Gamergate thing since it started like 2 months ago.
Gamergate was 2 months ago? Oh.
God, 11 years ago was Gamergate.
My God. For those of you who don't know what Gamergate was, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not important. Some woman allegedly slept with someone and now the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Things happened in between that, but that's basically the gist of it. Editing shoe here. I decided to actually put in a brief explanation because genuinely a lot of you might not know. Gamergate kicked off when game devs and game journalists were accused of sleeping with each other for better game reviews. A bunch of journalists then coordinated anti-gamer hit pieces, all coming out around the exact same day, saying things like gamers are dead and focusing on how sexist and white and male gaming spaces were.
Oh, this fucking bitch. this what was it? Feminist something this channel was just dogging on all of the games that were badass and actually good. Finding just basically nitpicking at all the tiny little things in the game that these people found sexist or misogynistic or any, you know, stupid buzzword that they use nowadays. It was like feminist something. So it's like most of people weren't taking it seriously and they were just dogged on because of how moronic the channel was. So it's it's so damn dumb.
It was a mess that went on for like 3 years, arguably longer, and many people cite it as one of the first major culture wars online. People went to the UN to talk about sexism and
Miss Anita Sarkeesian.
Gaming. There was even a Law and Order episode about evil sexist gamers.
These guys, they just can't stand women in games.
What did they do to you?
They leveled up.
Also, Logan
They leveled up.
Paul was in that episode for some reason. It was a weird time. Anyway.
Seeing good friends of mine get labeled as misogynist, sexist, racist, only for enjoying video games and seeing through this very obvious agenda pushing 100% no. I honestly could not imagine being so deluded that you actually make yourself believe that all gamers are white, cis males who are worse than ISIS. I'm not even mad, I'm actually like impressed that these people have the ability. They're like champions.
We must protect the woman made out of words and codes. I mean, the women they use now are just they're not really women. They're not even like tomboyish. They're just basically masculine women who are like more mannish than anything, but with tits. And that's not really attractive. I mean, you can make a boyish girl that's it's a tomboy. You can make them, but they're not doing it the right way. They're making ugly ass mannish masculine women that nobody wants. And now people are making mods to make them more feminine. I mean, it's like these people have like a vendetta against actual feminine women that are also badass. It's like I mean look at what was it called? I can't remember what that that video game was called. I can't fucking remember it. It was something Blade or whatever. It's a Souls-like one. I can't remember what it was called. But that one or Nier Automata, you know, I mean, look at all the Korean or Japanese games with women in it. They're all feminine. They're all beautiful. They have curves, you know, actual curves, and they have a lot of them have assets. But they're also badass. They can kick some serious ass. But here in the West, look at a lot of the women we have in video games now. They're all very, very mannish and just not very attractive at all. And they think this is how the average woman... Stellar Blade, thank you, Digger. Thank you, Stellar Blade. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, but games like Stellar Blade, they have very feminine women who are badass and can kick some serious ass. But here in the West, we have women like the woman in the new Halo Combat Evolved remake, or the one in The Last of Us 2, or the women in Concord. They make these women and think it's evolutionary, it's revolutionistic, and it's for the feminists and all this stupid bullshit. It's like, do you have some sort of ick against, you know, feminine women? We need to bring back femboys and tomboys away with beta men women. Tomboys exist. The left. You want to be a man? Here's some HRT. It's because Jabba the Karen wants everyone to look like her or be uglier. I want pixelated booba that can poke an eye out. We got female leads like Frogan. Yeah, it's just... I don't get why these people have something against feminine women like those in the East use. You know, like China, Korea, Japan, like those people use actual feminine women that a lot of guys find very attractive and we pay attention to, and they also make them fucking badass. But no, we have some sort of disease against that here in the West. Every time I played the original Tomb Raider, I waited for the poke to the eye. Yeah, the polygon tits. Yeah. that was Tomb Raider is a good example of one that, you know, she was very feminine, but she was also badass. It's even in the movies too. It's like you can't have a good looking male lead without them having to be mannish or have them put down all the men around them in some sort of way that makes them so unattractive. We need to fix shit here in the West. I'm going off the rails. Let's get back to the video.
Of mental gymnastics of the oppression Olympics.
SJW logic and facts. Oh my god.
Coming in like, I like this, I like that, I like this. This character doesn't look like me. She's not frumpy and below average. It makes me insecure. Change it. Change this. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't even play that, but I don't like it.
She's making a giant mess.
There could be a fucking black, Mexican, Chinese, demisexual, lesbian, feminist otherkin in a wheelchair with no legs and shit. And these crybabies would still not be happy.
Oh my god, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They still fucking do this shit. They still invade nerdy male spaces and force them to cater to them. They're still purposely making female characters like...
Yeah, I mean, look at a lot of the dev teams. It used to be like 95 to 98% all men with 2 to 5% women. And all these games were badass. They were popular. They had good-looking women who were also badass. And these games are popular, and now a lot of the dev teams have completely switched. Now it's like 95 to 98% women and 2 to 5% men. And these games have started to tank because they're trying to appease to everyone and make sure nobody is offended. And if you try to cater to everyone, you're basically catering to no one. You can't cater to every single person expecting something great, because not everyone is going to like it. You have to cater to the certain people, and then gradually other people are going to like it, because that's how we've done it back then. Now we have games who are trying to make sure everybody's needs, every single person's needs are met, and those type of games are the ones that are tanking the hardest, because they're not keeping to the formula that made them successful. They're going woke. They're going off the rails. They're not keeping to the formula. You can keep to the formula of what made you successful and innovate it in certain ways to elevate it to more success, but they're not doing that. They're catering to wokeism, and they're going down instead of up.
Ugly and frumpy. You still can't pander to them because they'll never be happy.
Take a look at this.
It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault.
Sam Meggs stopped playing online over a year ago because of what she calls a misogynistic mentality that already exists in the world of gaming. The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic. Eerily realistic.
I mean, you're using Grand Theft Auto as an example. A lot of stupid shit goes on in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, because a cone floating there off somebody's forehead is eerily realistic.
Oh, that's sex? I've been doing it wrong? God damn!
Oh my god, I forgot all about the traffic cone. My dad literally stole that traffic cone off the street from me. I was like, Dad, I need a traffic cone for this video I'm doing. He took it off the street and he's like, here you go. He didn't even ask what it was for. I was
Father of the Year goes to steal a traffic cone for his daughter just so she can do a bit in a video. That's a hell of a father right there.
Just like, thanks. Like, it's good to have a supportive father in your life. So this one is called Average is Beautiful.
Race together? Wow, how progressive.
Oh, she's a Starbucks.
Oh my god, Race Together. I forgot all about this. In 2014, Starbucks did this thing called Race Together, where I shit you not, they made baristas write hashtag Race Together on the cups to encourage discussion about race relations with customers.
Oh yeah, let's get rid of race relation, like, tension by just making awkward conversation about race at Starbucks. Why?
They were forcing 18-year-old kids to have awkward...
Make no mistake, they are offering exactly who they want to. They are offending exactly who they want to. They are driving out who they want to for a complete takeover. Yeah.
Ask discussions with strangers about race. Yeah, can I get a tall cappuccino? Ah, yes, hello. I see you are a person of color. What the f*** were they smoking back then?
Like, I just imagine some black lady,
Whatever they're smoking back then, they're still fucking smoking it now.
like, on her way to work, walks into Starbucks, like, oh, can I have a latte, please? And the barista just like, ah! I see you are a woman of color.
Oh my god. I made the same fucking joke. I didn't even remember. That's I did it again. Wow, it's almost like we have the same brain or something.
This is social justice. You can, like, invade video games all you want. You can do whatever you want to comics. But don't touch my Disney. I will send the hounds on you.
Oh god.
And they touched
Nobody
Disney.
tell her. Nobody tell her.
And they touched Disney. Oh, we're gonna race swap everything. Because, you know, that's a great fucking idea.
Nobody tell her. Weird. This one is called Internal...
God, that woman needs to fucking shit slapped out of her goddamn face.
Misogyny.
If you're a woman capable of individual thought, you've probably had the term internalized misogyny thrown at you a few times. So, what is it exactly? Fucking retarded. The end.
I mean, that's the, yeah, it is. It's retarded. That's all it needs to be said. Retarded.
There are so many stupid feminist rebuttals, but I think internalized misogyny has to be, like, my top favorite. Right after...
They say internalized misogyny because that's the only thing they can come up with that they believe will justify their retardation. Because they have no other way to combat their stupidity. They have no other logical argument. It's just, as soon as it happens, it's, oh, this is internalized misogyny. Okay, do you have any other, a logical argument? Or are you just going to say internalized misogyny because you can't come up with anything else?
She's doing it for male attention, and she'll learn when she's older. She'll learn when she's older, as if one day it's just gonna be like,
Happy birthday to you.
Holy shit! Manspreading is an issue!
I am literally older.
Logic, what's that? It's a good idea because none of these people know what the fuck that is.
now than I was meant to be in that skit about the future. And I did not, in fact, learn when I got older. I got worse.
these people have an excuse and a buzzword for everything. Racist, sexist, MRA, right-wing, conservative, privilege.
Oh my god, MRA. I forgot about MRA.
MRA. I haven't heard MRA in forever. Hi, Kuda. It's been like forever since I've heard I haven't heard that in probably like over 10 years.
Oh my god, MRAs were men's rights activists, and before people were getting called like incel online for criticizing women.
Considering all the shit that's been happening to men nowadays, I think MRA would be more relevant now than it was back then.
Or supporting men, they were being called MRA. Yes, it was considered a insult back then to care about men's rights. This was before the modern red pill. This was before Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Fresh and Fit. We had like Roosh V.
For the longest time, I wanted to do a post on how to approach girls that are ordering a drink at the bar. So what I did is I went to the toy store and I bought some dolls. These two are the cute girls.
Are those to be like Angry Birds or something?
Who you want to have sex with.
That was our Andrew Tate back then.
MRA, right-wing, conservative, privilege. They do this to move the goalposts, so then you're like, oh wait, I'm not an MRA. This is why I'm...
Yeah, and the moment men get even slightly close to the goalpost, they invent something new just to move it farther. because they don't want men, achieving the goalpost. They don't. They want men to keep going further and further until they are happy with what men turn out to be, which is not anything because they're never happy. Never. They'll just keep moving the goalpost because, they want control. Then that's how they keep control, is keep moving the goalpost.
Not an MRA.
That's why you don't play the game. Like, I didn't know this at the time. I was naive and stupid, but you don't fight back. You don't go like, oh no, I'm not right wing. I voted for Bernie. I have a gay friend. Like, no, shut up. No, you just have to go, okay, and even if you're not, because literally all they have is the ists and the isms. Defending yourself from their thought terminating buzzwords is.
And they've used the ist and isms and phobics so much that any of those words that they use have lost any and all meaning of what they actually were. Because they've used them to the point where they've turned them into buzzwords, and that's the only viable thing that they can say, because they have no way to actually form an intelligent argument to what the other side is saying. So as soon as the other side has said something that they cannot argue against, they immediately go back to using any ist, ism, or phobia. And that is their only recourse, because, they can't argue against anything. So they have to use the buzzword and they have to shout over them to make them shut up, because they think their feelings matter more than logic and reality.
It's useless. It's a waste of time. I wish I knew that back then. So this is my most viewed video ever. 10 million views.
That's like 1 million view a year, because that was 10 years ago.
Monetized. Haven't seen a single cent from that video. Awesome. Anyway.
So we all know BuzzFeed is the internet equivalent of
She's very cutesy in this one.
ass cancer. We know this, and I'm pretty sure the website is a government experiment created to test my patience.
Is that a Mr. Meeksy shirt? Oh my god, dude. Back when Rick and Morty was funny.
They're known for hits like,
Yeah, see, this is what, even nowadays is what they're doing. They're replacing, feminine women who have, attractive features and curves to this unhealthy and unattractive body type. And nobody asked for this. I don't know a single person other than, the chubby chasers who would ask for this. No. We want somebody who has something close to this body type playing this woman. We don't want, Jabba the Chunker to play this. No.
get fat women to do poses only fit gymnasts can do. Being a woman is hard because compliments and damage control the video. So without further ado, I present to you 36 questions feminists have for men.
They were just pumping out videos like this constantly. Every week another.
Oh, I know that channel. I forget what that channel is called, but I've seen that one. And yeah, they were just trying to pump out videos that were just blatantly dumb. People are now afraid of curves and have emotional support blobs.
They're mass-produced, corpo slop, anti-man, anti-white video.
So when you see the word white, what comes to mind?
Privilege, I think power.
We can never let this happen again.
Just because I'm white doesn't mean I'm privileged. It's all about choice. It is all about the choices you make.
I don't care if Trump blows up the world, okay? They can make Israel a 51st state, as long as I never have to hear,
"Hey, fellow white guys,"
ever again.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
What kind of fucking question is that? How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump? I don't know. How does it feel to be a dumb woman who thinks feminism is superior to anything else in the world? Yeah, it was BuzzFeed. That wasn't Jabba. It was Shaniqua, the Hood Hut. Goddamn Blue.
I feel to be the same sex as someone I personally politically disagree with. The man is literally Satan to these people. Like, they could have said Hitler.
And they basically meant Hitler. Trump is their Hitler. It's very trendy to hate Trump right now.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty left-leaning, but I've been called a Trump supporter like 6 times in the past few months.
6 times? 6 times? Oh, you poor baby. Try 6,000.
At the time, the anti-woke, anti-SJW genre was mostly full of liberals. It was mostly liberals criticizing, all of this stuff, all of this woke behavior.
White people have so much more power than me, and with it, they are just as depressed as I am.
Behavior. We all saw this as not real liberal.
Yeah, these people don't understand that just because you have a different color skin, it doesn't mean anything. The color of your skin doesn't determine anything in life. It just determines that you are a different shade of color than the person next to you. The color of your skin doesn't determine anything in your life. What determines anything in your life is the content of your character and the choices you decide to make. If you want to, if you can't blame the world for the position you're in because you decided to make choices that got you into the position that you're in. If you're broke and poor and you live in the slums, well, you know what? You made choices that got you broke and poor.
This isn't the real left. The real left cares about, real equality.
I mean, there are many other factors that I'm leaving out, but you get what I'm saying. We're all shades of wheat.
Equality and workers' rights and blah, 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 blah. We wanted to call our side out. Obviously, that didn't work, but we tried.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
Men have...
Because I have balls. And also, the way the male hips are shaped is the reason why a lot of men can't. A lot of men don't feel it very comfortable to cross their legs like women do when they sit, because one, we have nuts, and two, because of the way our hips are shaped that make it more uncomfortable for men to sit that way than women.
Have balls. Oh my god, manspreading. One of the top issues people would talk about nonstop back then was men sitting with their legs slightly open on public transportation. It was seen as some patriarchal statement of power or some shit. Every week we had to hear about manspreading.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
What happened to all these little pet issues they were all upset about? I guess people can't afford houses now.
They're trying to nitpick at anything and everything possible about a man because they don't like men just that much. These type of women are so fucking insufferable.
Right? They can't find jobs. I don't think they have energy to talk about the pink tax or manspreading or whatever.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Wow.
Because lesbians can be hot.
This chocolate bar sure is good, but what would make it...
Here's another question. Why were they staring between men's legs? We're so focused on the area of freaking perverts. Insane was the word you were looking for. Yeah.
Better? Wow! Another chocolate bar! 2 of a thing I like! Together! People still come to my channel, to this day, and leave comments on my videos are you the chocolate bar girl? My legacy.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working.
You deserve to get paid less than me if you have less qualifications than me. It has been illegal since the 60s to pay women less than men just because they are women. So it has been illegal for decades, at least here in America. It has been illegal for decades for women to get paid less than men just because they're women. So that argument about the wage gap is moronic. Now, factually, men on average, yes, do make more than women, but that's because of a myriad of factors. One being men on average do the more dangerous jobs. And because they are more dangerous, they get paid more for it because of the danger. That's just one of the factors. There are many more factors that these dumbass women don't seem to want to acknowledge. They just want to present their victim card and say, I'm a victim of this. Give me sympathy and attention and give me what I want. So it's fucking stupid. This is one of the dumbest arguments to ever come up.
Full time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job.
And here's the other thing. On average, men like to work with things. Women tend to work more with people. And, for those who don't know, the jobs that tend to work with things tend to get paid more because on average they're more dangerous and they require more effort. Whereas the ones that work with people, on average, tend to make less because they are not as dangerous. And many other factors.
It has nothing to do with discrimination. So the reason I have a button that debunks the wage gap is because back in the day you could not escape hearing about the fucking fake-ass 77-cent wage gap bullshit. I don't think you hear about the wage gap anymore because young women are starting to out-earn young men. So that's a little awkward.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex?
Because biologically they are the weaker sex.
Because on average we are. It's a fact. Trigger warning. Facts.
Libs owned. Trigger warning. Facts. Okay, Ben Shapiro, calm down. I thought that was such a mic drop.
Are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome.
I don't think there's anything wrong with women making more money than men. I think though the men who are intimidated by that are mentally weak. You are mentally weak if you're intimidated and get triggered at the fact that the woman you have is making more than you. You need to get over yourself. Also, how many days a year do you take off? In my experience, some days where you were sick, if it's not so bad, you still go, yeah. So yeah, it's just, I don't, like, if I was dating somebody and the woman I was dating made, 2, 3, 4 times more than me, I'd be fine with that. And if we agreed that I'd stay home and take care of the house and I'd be a house husband, that'd be fine too. It doesn't matter as long as the person I'm with makes me happy and we love each other and all that sort of stuff, then that's fine. It doesn't matter if she makes more or less than I do. I don't see a problem with it. It isn't men who have a problem with women. Blue, thank you for the 3 months. It isn't men who have a problem with women making more. It's women who have a problem when they make more than the man they are with. That's the other thing. Yeah, there are women who, as soon as they start making more than the man, they tend to get this, ego about them. They think that since I'm making more, I need to find a man who's on my level and who makes more than me. They are the type of women who are more, I would say, or who are more materialistic. They care more about the fight. They care more about the materialistic part than they do about the actual person. Those are the type of women I don't think are really worth keeping or dating. If I had a wife that made buku bucks, just give me a maid outfit. Ms. Kiv type women. Yeah, exactly, Blue Scarab. That's another Ms. Kiv type men, yeah. Hi, Captain. Thank you for the 5 months. You have a silver sword now. I hate ads. Yeah, but I see nothing wrong with a woman who makes more. It's just the two types of people you have to watch out for are the people are the mentally weak men who have a problem with women who make more than them, and the women who get an ego after they start making more than their man. Those are the two types of people that aren't really worth being in a relationship with. There are women who won't date me because I'm on fixed income. He's got to make the fixed income. Yeah, that's really dumb that women like that. He's got to make as much or more than me. Meanwhile, she's clearing $60K a month. Good luck with the 1% dating pool. Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's tough out there for a lot of people.
More money.
So when women make less, it's called the wage gap. But when men make less, it's just more money. Sorry, I'm like responding to the old video instead of my video. I forget how stupid these talking.
Yeah, women that make good money typically are the ones that can't compromise between their desires and ideals. And it's rare to find the women who can. And those are the type of women I think are actually worth keeping around.
Points were, dude. And sorry, I'm just watching these videos. I'm thinking about all the fucking people on Reddit who are like, shoe on head sent me down the alt-right pipeline. Really? This is what did it? How the fuck is it my responsibility if you watch milquetoast ass shit like this and start goose stepping? I went down the alt-right pipeline. I was a Nazi. First of all, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. You probably watched a Ben Shapiro owns college liberal compilations, and then some other YouTuber years later told you that's what being a Nazi is, and that actually having the politics of a Walmart HR department is salvation. Like, can we fucking relax? I'm sorry, I don't understand the YouTubers and streamers from this era who have like trolls remorse about this shit, that feel guilty for making fun of this stuff back then because they think them making fun of this stuff gave rise to Trump and whatever. It's like, no, this stuff gave rise to Trump, not you reacting to it. Like, why wouldn't you make fun of this shit? It's ridiculous and it's counterproductive. Like, you wonder why so many Gen Z men are further right than like boomer men. It's not because they watched a YouTuber called BuzzFeed cringe, right? It's because BuzzFeed and things like it, the media, academia, the culture that they grew up in, a reactionary movement needs something to react to. Like, this shit, as goofy as it was harmful. It was harmful to society in general, and it was harmful to like the left because this is how people saw the left. Trump wasn't elected specifically because BuzzFeed, right? I'm like, that's stupid. But there was this like slingshot effect against woke one. But more importantly, there was a hole in politics left from a do-nothing neoliberal neocon establishment that was just waiting to be filled by a populist, and Trump filled that hole. Trump filled America's hole, he got America pregnant, and 9 months later, out pops a war with Iran. And America's like, I didn't ask for this. Well,
we memed Trump into the presidency, and they've been crying about it ever since. Then you get women saying, why aren't men dating anymore? Then we tell them why and get called misogynists. Yeah.
Oh, why'd you open your legs, whore? Sorry. You were asking for it. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, now people online are like, oh, woke 2 is gonna be great. Woke 2 is gonna hit like crack.
If you thought we were woke before, you done went and woke the beast.
What beast? The beast is nothing but skin and bones because you decided to put it on a fucking vegan diet, you dumb bitch.
Welcome.
The beast looks like that lion from Futurama where the hippies decided to eat nothing but veggies. That's the beast they're talking about.
To woke 2.0.
Do you want Hitler too? Because that's how you get Hitler too. We are not doing this shit again. I would kindly advise against it. If you look at everything
the beast is Smeagol.
happening now, like literal pedophiles running the world, bills being passed to merge our military with foreign militaries, a bunch of AI surveillance cameras popping up everywhere, bombs we pay for with our tax dollars against our will going to blow up children. All of this shit seems extremely petty and unimportant. But it was part of this like deeply subversive, destructive rot in society. I used to always say that culture war was a distraction from class war, and for the most part I still kind of think that's true, but I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, you know? I could want the rich to pay their fair share and also want my children to grow up in a world where it's not socially acceptable to hate them. Yeah, these videos were a little cringe and like, I think they aged that poorly. Some of the jokes were really cringe and like
a lot of her old videos still hold true nowadays, and it's kind of a sad thing.
Facts and logic, liberals. Pretty much do this.
The beast is you at a vegan buffet. That's the kind of buffet I don't want existing. The beast is that old grandma worm that SpongeBob tried to sell chocolate to. The jokes may be cringe, the message is still relevant. Yeah, exactly.
Same videos, but now they're more like organized and structural and scripted. I do the same videos, but in a more medicated sort of way. Big Vyvanse has taken away your millennial quirk chunguses. Big Pharma won't let me go merp. So that was that video. I thought it would be fun to do. What did you guys think? If you want to see my full, raw, unedited reaction to my first video, there is a bonus video up on my Patreon right now, link down below.
What the fuck?
Also, all Patreon members get every single video a day early,
She is just a big dork.
uncensored, no bleeps. I'm also doing Patreon only live streams now, so I would love to see you guys there. Lots of stuff going on. Link down below. Join today. We want you. Join the shoe simps. Join the SS today. Also, a big
Join the shimps.
thank you again to today's sponsor, Ground News. Go check them out. Link down below. And I will see you guys with a new video.
The shoe simps, also known as the shimps. Her husband is a very lucky man. Yeah, he is. He's a very lucky man to be able to get shoe. But that was Shoe on Head. Great video as always. We always love Shoe here. Time to get a boat and call if the SS call it the SS Shoe. Optimus Prime, shimps assemble. Yeah, that's great. The shimps.
Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well. So please make sure to give that a look-see. See if you enjoyed that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.